Here. Go.
Thank you, President, Acting Deputy President. Where's the scrutiny on our health authorities? During COVID, drugs were rushed through that would never have been approved on safety and efficacy grounds, such as...
Thank you for your interest in this program. Unfortunately, we have had to interrupt this program due to our last attempt to put this up with Senator Roberts and his speech in Parliament, as we were given a warning by YouTube about the fact that it contained medical misinformation. We're not quite sure what medical information because they don't really specify it, but just so that we are all clear, I thought we might actually bring to you their medical information policy. So over here you can see we have YouTube, misinformation policies, medical information policy. Medical information policy. YouTube does not allow the content that poses a serious risk of erroneous harm by spreading medical misinformation that contradicts local health authorities or LHAs or the World Health Organization WHO. Who's the WHO? Anyway, guidance about specific health conditions and substances. This policy includes the following categories: prevention misinformation, treatment misinformation, and denial misinformation. Pretty sure that Senator Roberts knows what he's talking about when he's giving a speech to Parliament, but anyway, maybe he doesn't. YouTube's medical misinformation policies are subject to change in response to changes to guidance from health authorities or WHO. There may be a delay between new LHA and WHO guidances and policy updates, and our policies may not cover all LHA/WHO guidances related to specific health conditions and substances. It's great that they acknowledge that there may be a delay, because obviously I think there is some delay, as there's been lots of new studies that have come out that seem to contradict some of the things that they may ban. But I could be wrong. I've known to be wrong before. What this policy means to you: don't post content on YouTube if it includes any of the following. So, prevention misinformation. We do not allow contents that promote information that contradicts the health authorities' guidance on the prevention of transmission of specific health conditions or on the safety, efficacy, or ingredients of a currently approved and administered vaccines. So approved vaccines and what they contain and their safety and efficacy, there you go, it's struggling to get that one out, cannot be questioned at all. Treatment misinformation. We do not allow content that promotes information that contradicts health authorities' guidance of treatments for specific health conditions, including promotion of specific harmful substances or practices that have not been approved by the local health authorities or the World Health Organization as safe or effective, or that have been confirmed to cause severe harm. So that's, I think, a very good policy. So that means that all those people that are out there who are licensed doctors practicing national and natural health should have the right to have their ability to put what vitamin C does, for instance, which is exactly what they allow, according to this. Denial misinformation. We do not allow content that denies the existence of specific health conditions. So, is a vaccine injury a specific health condition? Just wondering. These policies apply to videos, video descriptions, comments, live streams, and any other YouTube product or feature. Keep in mind that it is a complete list. This isn't a complete list. Please note these policies also apply to external links in your content. This can include clickable URLs, verbal directing users to another site in a video, as well as other forms. So basically, we can't say that if you wish to look to see what Senator Roberts actually had to say in this 8-minute odd speech, we can't tell you that go and have a look at it on Rumble, because that would be against the rules of this particular system. Example here is some of the contents that you are not allowed in YouTube. This isn't a complete list. So let's just have a look at here, because Senator Roberts was talking about some injuries from a study that was showing 300% and 600% increase in certain chronic illnesses that have occurred. And he did quote what vaccines they were, but vaccine safety, content alleging that vaccines cause chronic side effects. So you can't say that a vaccine causes chronic side effects, such as cancer, paralysis, outside of the rare side effects that are recognised by the health authorities. So at least they're allowing for this bit here, outside the rare, very rare, so they say, side effects recognised by the health authorities. Examples such as claims that the MMR vaccines cause autism. Can't say that. Right? Claims that any vaccine causes contraction of COVID-19. Can't say that either. Right? Claims that the vaccines are part of a depopulation agenda. Why would anyone think that? I mean, honestly. Claims that the flu vaccine causes chronic side effects such as infertility or causes contraction of COVID-19. No, because obviously COVID-19 and the flu are two totally different things, even though just about every symptom is the same, but they are two totally different things, just to be sure on that. Claims that the HP vaccine causes chronic side effects such as paralysis. I know nothing about the HPV vaccine. I said HP before, so HPV, sorry. Claims that an approved COVID vaccine will cause death, infertility, miscarriages, autism, or contraction of other infectious diseases. Definitely can't say that, and not that there's any studies coming out that's showing that there's been a big increase in death or anything like that. And of course, it's definitely not related to around the time that the vaccine was being released. So it's definitely not that, okay? Claims that achieving herd immunity through natural infection is safer than vaccinating the population. Heck no. Why would naturally getting herd immunity be better than getting vaccinated? I just can't see the logic in that. Content that promotes the use of unapproved or homemade COVID-19 vaccines. I actually didn't know you could make a homemade vaccine. I certainly wouldn't want to try one of them, so that's a really good rule. I like that rule. Right, vaccine efficacy. Contents claiming that vaccines do not reduce the transmission or contraction of a disease. Okay. What was that they actually said in the European Parliament again? I'm sure that's look up somewhere on the net. Examples. Claims that vaccines do not reduce risk of contracting the illness. Okay. Claims that vaccines do not reduce the severity of illness. No, they've always said that it reduces the severity of illness. That's what they told us, including hospitalisation or death. Claims that any vaccine is a guaranteed prevention method for COVID-19. Oh, so hang on. Is that saying claims that any vaccine is a guaranteed prevention method for COVID-19? I thought that's what they told us initially. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I misheard. It obviously, that's like saying that it sounds like it's not a prevention for getting COVID. But no, I must be reading that wrong. Sorry. Ingredients of vaccines. Content misrepresenting the ingredients contained in vaccines. For example, excuse me, claims that a vaccine contains substances that are not on the vaccine ingredient list, such as biological matter from fetuses, e.g. fetal tissue, fetal cell line, or animal byproducts. None of those are claims that you can make about that. Not that there's any being put out there, anything about, anything to do with monkeys or anything like that. Wouldn't be involved in that, right? Claims that the vaccine contains substances or devices meant to track or identify those who have received them. Ooh, that would be a scary thought if that actually happened. I'm so glad that it's not. It's only a claim. Claims that vaccines alter a person's genetic makeup. Yeah, no, we definitely. There's no one's gone out there and said that that it actually transposes into the main genes. It's an MMR makeup, so no, that would never happen. No. Claims that the vaccine will make people who receive them magnetic. I'm just wondering if that would actually help us with reversal of the magnetic poles that's supposed to happen at some stage. Anyway, of course, all of that stuff is exactly right. They've got it 100% correct, right? They must make sure that none of that is actually getting out there because obviously it's all misinformation because records are up to date, as they said earlier. There may be a slight delay though. If we go down a little bit further though, it does go into the fact that says content that denies the existence of COVID-19 or that people have died from COVID-19. Well, people did die from COVID-19. Examples: denial that COVID-19 exists. We can't deny that it exists, right? It's out there. It's been proven to be out there. It's very, very nasty symptoms, just like the flu, but not the flu because it's called COVID-19. Claims that people have not died or gotten sick from COVID-19. Well, people have died and have gotten sick, just like people die from the flu and get sick from the flu. But they can also die and get sick from COVID-19. Claims that there have not been cases or deaths in a country where cases or deaths have been confirmed by local health authorities or the WHO. Not quite sure. Maybe I need to read that again. Claims that there have not been cases or deaths in countries where cases or deaths have been confirmed by the local health authorities or the WHO. Oh, I'm sorry. They're saying that the WHO or the local health authorities have to say what the death count is. So, yeah, no, that's fully understandable. Right. It does go on here to say educational, documentary, scientific or artistic content. So we may allow content that violates the misinformation policies noted in these pages if that content includes additional context in a video, audio, title or description. This is not a pass to promote misinformation. Additional context may include countervailing views from the local health authorities or medical experts. So if a medical expert wishes to say something that contradicts it, they may be allowed to do so. We may also make exceptions if the purpose of the content is to condemn, dispute, or satirize misinformation that violates our policies. We may also make an exception for content discussing the results of a specific medical study, which I'm pretty sure was actually in this article that you're no longer allowed to view from Senator Roberts, or showing an open public forum like a protest or a public hearing, provided that the content does not aim to promote misinformation that violates our policies. So a public forum, which is basically a speech in Parliament, because that is public, that goes on the Hansard and is done by a senator of an Australian government, that Hansard is open to everybody to read. The actual video is open for anybody to watch. So that's a public forum, if I'm not mistaken. But then again, I could be mistaken. I mean, far be it for YouTube to actually limit what we can see from our own politicians. They would never do that, surely not. Anyway, there's no need for me to go in any further, but this just gives you a bit of an idea of why it is that a nice little 8-minute speech from Senator Roberts was classed as misinformation. Once again, as I said, we can't tell you what part was misinformation. So therefore, we can't show you the rest of this video. And we certainly can't tell you to go look at it on Rumble because that would be against the rules. So, sorry people, from us at FBN, trying to deliver you the news, the truth, and what our politicians are thinking, we are unfortunately able to do that at this stage. Everyone be good, be cheerful, be happy, because we're being well looked after by our wonderful overlords, YouTube. Thank you very much.